Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm thrilled to have you here today. Today's presentation is titled The Chase for Love, Why It's Really About You. We'll explore how our search for love often feels like a never-ending pursuit, but the real key lies within ourselves. Over the next few minutes, we'll uncover what truly influences our relationships and how understanding ourselves can transform the way we experience love. Let's get started. Let's talk about the psychology behind chasing love. When someone is pursuing love with such intensity, it often comes from an inner void. What does that mean? Well, instead of feeling whole and secure on their own, they rely heavily on external validation to feel valuable or worthy. This isn't just about wanting love, it's about needing it to fill a gap inside themselves. This pattern is deeply rooted in low self-worth and unresolved emotional wounds from the past. These inner struggles drive the behavior of chasing love, making it less about genuine connection and more about trying to feel complete. Recognizing this is key because it helps us understand that the quest for love is often a reflection of something missing within. Connecting this to our overall theme, it's important to see that understanding these underlying psychological factors can help us break free from unhealthy patterns and build healthier, more secure relationships. So, if deep down you believe that you're not enough, it's common to unconsciously start looking to others to validate your worth. It's like seeking outside confirmation to feel better about yourself. And here's the thing, every rejection or moment where you don't get the attention you want can start to feel like proof that you are unworthy. It's a cycle where those experiences reinforce that negative belief. But understanding this connection is key because it shows us how our inner fears can influence our reactions and perceptions. Recognizing this pattern is a crucial step towards breaking free from it and building a healthier, more confident sense of self. That's really at the heart of today's message, how our internal beliefs shape our external experiences. So this slide shows us a cycle that many of us can unknowingly fall into. It starts with feeling unloved, which can create a sense of emptiness or frustration. When we feel this way, our natural instinct is often to chase after love even harder, trying to fill that void or gain the connection we crave. But here's the tricky part. This intense chasing can actually push people away. It might come across as neediness or desperation, and that can make genuine connection harder to establish. And so, we end up back where we started, feeling unloved again. This creates a loop, a cycle that can be hard to break free from. The key takeaway here is understanding how our emotional responses can reinforce this cycle. The more we chase, the more we might push love away, which then fuels our feelings of being unloved. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward changing it, so we can build healthier, more authentic relationships. This cycle underscores how important it is to approach love and connection with patience and self-awareness, rather than force or desperation. So, in psychology, this concept is often connected to attachment wounds that develop in childhood. When children grow up in environments where emotional safety isn't consistent or reliable, they can form certain beliefs about love and connection. One key idea is that they might learn that love has to be earned, rather than being given freely. This often happens when children feel they need to put in a lot of effort, comply with expectations, or even make self-sacrifices just to feel loved or accepted. As they become adults, this pattern can persist, leading them to constantly seek affection and validation. It's like a never-ending pursuit, driven by those early attachment wounds that shape how they view themselves and their relationships. This is really important to understand, because it ties back to how our early experiences influence our current behaviors and emotional needs. Let's talk about the difference between chasing love and choosing love. When we chase love, it's often driven by desperation, insecurity, or a fear of being alone or abandoned. In those moments, we might overgive, ignore red flags, or accept disrespect because the thought of losing that person feels almost unbearable. It's like we're trying to fill a void, but from a place of lack. On the other hand, choosing love is rooted in a sense of self-worth and abundance. It means we engage in relationships as whole, complete individuals, not because we need someone to complete us. Love then becomes a conscious choice, something we opt into, not something we cling to for survival. It's important to recognize that when we chase love, we tend to hand over our power, giving others control over our happiness. But when we choose love, we hold on to our power, making decisions from a place of self-respect and confidence. This distinction connects directly to our overall theme of cultivating healthy, fulfilling relationships. By understanding whether we're chasing or choosing, we can realign our actions with our values and sense of worth. Let's talk about the role of self-love. The hard truth is that if you don't love yourself, you'll find yourself accepting treatment that actually reflects that lack of self-worth. This often means staying in relationships where disrespect has become the norm, which is really harmful. You might also confuse attention with genuine affection, and unfortunately, tolerate only crumbs of effort because you believe you don't deserve more. It's common to feel like you have to earn love from someone, but the reality is that true love should flow freely, without constant proving or earning. It's important to understand that self-love isn't about arrogance or thinking you're better than others. Instead, it's about respecting yourself enough to set boundaries, to walk away from mistreatment, and to believe that you are inherently worthy of real, healthy love. When you have that foundation, you're less likely to settle for less than you deserve. That's what truly empowers us in relationships and in life. Let's talk about why respect really matters in love. As Dr. Orion Tarabin explains, disrespect doesn't usually happen all at once. It tends to creep in gradually over time. For men, covert disrespect, things like subtle dismissiveness or undermining, can slowly erode the foundation of the relationship. And for women, if there's a lack of respect for the man, it can prevent love from truly flourishing. This all ties back to self-love. If you love and respect yourself, you're less likely to tolerate disrespect from others. It's about knowing your worth and setting boundaries. On the other hand, if you struggle with self-love, you might accept behaviors that diminish you, sometimes just to avoid feeling abandoned or alone. Remember, healthy love can't survive without mutual respect. It's a vital ingredient that keeps the relationship balanced and genuine. So, respecting yourself and each other isn't just nice, it's essential for love to thrive. Let's talk about breaking the cycle of desperation. If you see yourself in that pattern of constantly chasing love or validation, there are some important steps you can take toward healing. First, rebuilding your self-worth is crucial. This means working on affirming your value independently of what others think or say. Practices like therapy, journaling, and self-reflection are powerful tools to help you realize your worth comes from within. Next, setting clear boundaries is essential. Learning to say no when someone's behavior crosses your line, even if it risks losing the relationship, helps protect your emotional health. It's about respecting yourself enough to define what's acceptable. Then, shifting your focus is a game changer. Instead of asking, "How can I make them love me?" try asking, "Is this person capable of the kind of love I deserve?" This helps you evaluate whether the relationship is healthy and worth pursuing. Another important point is embracing solitude. Being comfortable alone isn't about loneliness. It's about establishing a foundation where you don't settle for unhealthy or unfulfilling love simply because you're afraid to be alone. Finally, seek reciprocity. Healthy relationships are built on mutual effort and respect, not one person chasing or the other withdrawing. When both partners contribute equally, the relationship becomes more stable and satisfying. All these steps connect back to our overall theme: breaking free from patterns of desperation and fostering healthier, more fulfilling connections. When I talk about the transformation, I'm referring to a powerful shift that happens when you truly start to love yourself deeply. You see, the chase for validation or love from others begins to fade because you no longer see love as something to be won or earned. Instead, it becomes a natural, effortless connection between two whole individuals. This means that instead of running after people who don't appreciate or value you, you begin to attract those who genuinely recognize your worth and cherish you for who you are. It's a beautiful change that aligns with the overall idea that self-love sets the foundation for healthy relationships. And here's the most important truth: you can never truly receive more love from others than you give to yourself. That's a profound reminder that self-love is not just a nice idea, but the key to experiencing authentic and fulfilling love from the outside world. When you nurture your own worth first, everything else falls into place naturally.